some issues. Adaptation. This is one of the basic characteristics of a cell and of a nerve cell. But thanks to it, life has evolved and people have developed like today. When people are in difficult situations, disadvantaged conditions will affect our brain continuously. These effects will make the brain change the mechanism of action and structure to facilitate existence. Under adverse conditions, the challenge only requires patience and determination to activate special brain regions, or maximize the strength of a brain area. A clear example of this is that some people have poor vision or are incapacitated. The visual analysis area has a problem. The cells here are not working. They will now use their hearing, their sense of smell, or the rest of their organs to receive information. The remaining areas of analysis work more, replacing the work of the visual analysis area. For a long time, you will see these people have senses like hearing, particularly sensitive and detailed analysis of information. The same is the case if other area has a problem. Some cells may be killed by congenital causes or accidents. People who has these cells has their basic abilities lost and they'll suffer from many disadvantages. But many of them were very successful, because they know how to turn difficulties into motivation, focus on developing their strengths. In essence, these people have another advantage of being focused, or lacking, which requires more imagination, which leads to creativity. Each person has the same number of nerve cells. Whoever connects more cells together is better, can do more things. If you are disadvantaged in some possibilities, it will be an opportunity for you to develop your inner specialties. It's just that you have enough effort and determination to change or not. Working together. We cannot effectively handle multiple jobs at the same time. Different brain areas do different things, but they are one piece. Often all activities will lead to a common purpose. It takes training to create habits for the brain that can handle that task, something like obviously, so that you can be able to perform many tasks at the same time. For example, when you drive the car, you will need to focus on the road ahead. For those who are new to driving, words, images, external factors that can cause distraction are dangerous. Once you get used to driving, you can talk and enjoy the view outside. But in many cases, being unable to focus on working at the same time is very beneficial. For example, suffering from painful feelings, we often shout or cry. This will actually make you feel less pain because the brain area will be scattered for crying and shouting. Wanting to study and work effectively, we need to pay attention to this. Because the memory in your brain may be infinite, but for a short time it cannot receptive and remember all the data. It's also unable to concentrate continuously for a long time. So it takes time to clear the mind. If you want to use your brain or others well to do the job, you need to let the brain understand the work, the purpose, answer all the questions, make it feel safe. so they will focus as much as possible to work effectively. Do we often worry, feeling insecure or unconfident? When you think about an issue, all information about it is filtered out. Information includes similar events, feelings, and emotions of those events. For careful and thoughtful people, before they do something, they will simulate the situation themselves and the possible situations. Comparison will take place to assess the level of success or risk. It produces feelings of confidence or anxiety. Dreams. When you sleep, the brain rearranges data and filters information. Several special points of the day will be replayed in the brain. We look back at those points in our sleep. These points are arbitrary, discontinuous, randomly combined with some of the stored elements involved to create patchy events. Bad emotions. People are not happy, they have bad emotions because of comparisons. Compared to others, compared to them before, may never make them feel satisfied. But the comparison is the brain's default function. Thanks to this, we can try harder every day. So, in order to avoid bad emotions, the only way is that people are more selfless, save less bad things, ignore the mistakes of others. It is needed for yourself, which a more comprehensive look to sympathize, share with others, and most importantly, know empathy with yourself. Knowing the best of yourself to enjoy life. Using comparisons to develop yourself to help yourself, your family, and society better. Love. We may like or hate a person, feel friendly. All are comparisons. The brain compares his or her characteristics to the person you expects and aspires to. Often compared to themselves, compared to their parents, grandparents, or the type of person they idolize. Love is a special kind of emotion. A person will often have criteria to choose their own spouse, and according to the importance of the criteria, levels may change over time. When we encounter objects, the brain compares itself to evaluate criteria. Through the process of understanding the comparisons, you will choose the right people. But there are also special points in accordance with the criteria that will cause vibrations, strong impressions from the first time. The brain is complex but also has its working principle. Because of the complexity, it's hard to understand how it works. Emotions can come very naturally. The process of receiving, transmitting information, or comparisons can take place very fast as the habits of the brain. Like a machine, there are standard routines or conditions already programmed by the brain. Acts like unconditional responses. Comparisons take place as an indispensable to emotion. This programming has actually been done from early childhood observations to now, so there are many things we can't understand, but the brain has special storage. Sometimes we can't understand ourselves. We don't understand why we keep thinking about this. We don't understand why we like this person. You need to slow down to understand yourself better. Understand what you need, what you can do. Get rid of the negative things to know how to develop more than your ability. Control your brain, not be controlled by it.